What's up, you guys? It's Dito D. So, I'm a big time Justin Long fan. I watched Coyotes the other night, and Coyotes is about coyotes running amok. Be seeing them running around this neighborhood sometime. And so when I saw the trailer, I was like, "Well, I definitely got to watch it." Take the dog for a walk, um, and walking around and not really knowing if everything is cool sometime, it's night and shit. But whatever. So after seeing them, them night walks changed. So yeah, I wanted to see the movie because I was like, yeah, this is interesting. I thought about something like this a long time ago. I was like, hey, what about a movie like this? Like, that'd be crazy. So now we got it. Coyotes with Justin Long and his wife, Kate Bosworth, and she's good too. They in this movie where they live in this big house out in the LA hills, and it's during the time where, it could be any time. There's fires going on out there, and it's crazy. 911, all the emergency services, they busy. They real busy. These people out here in this house out here on the hills, they start dealing with some coyotes. Coyotes start attacking people, right? Out of nowhere. And they real bold about it. Now, watching this movie, you looking at the coyotes, and you could tell. You could be like, oh, this coyote's AI, you know. You can see it. And some of the parts you'd be like, oh, that's gotta definitely be AI, you know. But I just think about the fact that maybe they are using that stuff for this movie. And what is it? It's just CGI that's done by the computer. So basically, it's a way to get it done quicker and easier, I guess. But I've seen some complaints about it online about how the coyotes sometimes look like wolves in some scenes. And then sometimes, there was a little bit of inconsistency. And I can I can say that that's true. Overall, though, the movie isn't meant to be taken too seriously. It's a lighthearted horror movie. It's pretty bloody, but it's still pretty like on the fun side. You got they're all like kind of wacky characters, and I mean the wife, uh, Kate Bosworth, is pretty reasonable and straightforward. She's the mom of the movie, so that's what she's gonna be. You know, but the other characters kind of goofy, and the daughter, Justin Long and Kate Bosworth's daughter in the movie, she is kind of a you know I don't want to say too much of a typical teen, trope. She is thoughtful, you know what I mean? It's just that her and her dad don't really have that good of a relationship, so you have that story playing out. And he's trying to basically Justin Long is trying to prove himself to his family, you know, after a certain point cuz he's not seeing that his work is taking him from his family. He's thinking that he's giving them more by doing what he does and having all this money and taking them to this big house, but that's not what they want. They want him to be around, you know. So once they start dealing with the coyotes, these things start coming out. They start letting these things out, saying, you start learning this stuff about the family dynamic, and it was a cutesy horror movie. I guess that's how I could put it. You know, um, it's just a little bit of horror movie Halloween fun, I guess. And there was nothing that was like, oh, this movie was really good. It was great. It was fine. It was fine. And I thought it was a cool watch. I enjoyed the first parts of the movie a little bit more than later on. and I thought plenty of the things that the characters did were uh, a little unbelievable because in given the situation, a regular person, normal person, probably wouldn't do these things. But for what it was, and they stuck to it, tongue in cheek, I give it a 6.8. You know, it was a cool time. It was a nice little horror movie. It's a little bit better than Werewolves. I don't know how people felt about that one with Frank Grillo, but I thought Werewolves was fine. You know, I had a good time with it. This one was like somewhere around there, but a little bit better. And if you're just the avid horror movie watcher, I think you can have a good time with it. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Also, let me just PS. If you a Justin Long fan, you'll enjoy it. You know, there's plenty there to enjoy. So, Coyotes, have you seen it? Are you gonna watch it? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll discuss it. You know, like I said, I had a good time with the movie, and if you just like, crazy little stuff, I think you will too. So, yeah, thanks for listening, you guys. Once again, glad to be able to bring you this information about the movie, and I think there's a couple more on the list. I gotta look around, but I appreciate y'all listening, and I'll see you on the next one. So you guys take it easy till then. Talk to you soon.
What was that?
Oh, just a sketchy little coyote. No big deal.